Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the workshop. So tonight I wanted to take and have a real quick, I guess it's today when you're watching this video, it's nighttime right now for me. I just finished up a very long day running errands and getting stuff in the shop, cleaning, a whole bunch of different things, just taking care of business, yada yada yada, basic blacksmith stuff. But I wanted to talk a little bit about working late. So working late is sometimes something that you're forced to do as a blacksmith, especially if you're doing this as a business. And there's a few kind of general rules that you may want to take and follow whenever you're working late. One of these rules has, or several of these rules have something to do with safety, and that's kind of the main point of this video. You need to know how long you can work reasonably so with good mental and brain function, and how much time you can actually put in the shop each day. For each person or individual smith, this is something different. Some people can work really long hours in the shop, some people can work shorter hours, some can just do quick bursts, you know, maybe a few hours here, a few hours there, and then, you know, some people, they could practically live in the shop. Do what works best for you when it comes to timing. Know your own limits. So that'll be rule number one. You need to know your own limits about how much midnight oil you can burn. Rule number two, you need to make sure that somebody knows that you are in your shop. Now, this can come from a safety standpoint of if you are a lone worker, you're working by yourself all the time. If no one knows when you're in your shop, when you expect to come inside from your shop, if this is at your own home forge, or if this is at your forge clear across town, somebody needs to be made aware that, hey, hun, or hubby, or whoever, I am going to be gone this long, I'll be working till this time, and then I should be home. And keeping in constant communication with somebody is a good ideal. You can feed yourself into a machine, and then, you know, there you are. You could get injured in some way where you get incapacitated, and then no help arrives, and then eventually, you know, you can succumb to your injuries. So it's very important, if you're going to work late, make sure somebody knows you're working late, and what about time they can expect you when you get home. So this brings me to my third point. Whenever you're working at night, depending on the locale that you are in this country, your shop may not be taken and located in the most desirable area of town, so that's something to take into consideration when you plan on working late. Is there a security issue? Do you have enough security lights? Do you lock the doors? Do you have a protocol for that at night? How exactly do you handle those security type issues? There's been more than one occasion where Smith, inner city or something, had their doors hung open in the middle of the night, and just some random person comes walking in off the street on them. They don't know who they are, and so on and so forth. I've had several friends that this has happened to personally. So, you know, again, that causes a lot of hairy-carry situations, and the last thing you want to do is have your back turned at the door, things flung wide open in the middle of the evening, and, you know, here you are busy working and paying attention to the power hammer, not paying attention to your surroundings in the middle of the night. So that's kind of a third thing there. Security could be an issue, and it's something that you need to take and address in your business strategy. Last but not least, we're going to go with a fourth thing here, is noise. What we do as blacksmiths is very noisy. We have a high chance of getting noise complaints, especially if you are inner city, urban areas of any sort, cul-de-sacs, you name it. You need to remember to be respectful of your neighbors around you and not smith too late or unreasonably so. Those people where you may be a night owl, they may be a morning bird, and you guys have got to find common ground that way. Oftentimes, whenever there's a dispute over a noise complaint, you're going to lose as a smith. If you're working too late, you're going to lose. Observe your town's sound ordinances around here. Although we do not live in town, so I can work pretty much as late as I want. I could work all throughout the night. I'm way out in the country, so it wouldn't bug nobody. But the New Lebanon, in New Lebanon, their sound ordinance, I believe the cutoff there is about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. if memory serves me correctly. And in Brookville, I believe it is in Brookville, Ohio, which is about 6 miles opposite direction, I believe it's 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So, you know, that's when things need to ramp down and become a lot quieter for everybody who wants to sleep. So be courteous, be kind to your neighbors. If you think that you're going to be doing a lot of power hammer work, stuff that makes a lot of, you know, grinding noises, hammers banging, loud presses, you know, you name it, that type of stuff, you may want to reserve that type of work for earlier on in the day, and then do your finish work where you're just running a buffer or a polisher, or maybe you're just doing file work, or maybe you're just doing kind of fixturing work where you're welding or something like that, or just kind of the heat and anvil work for the later hours of the evening, and you may get along with your neighbors a little better. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys found some sort of information in there that is helpful for you. This is just another pro tip video, and I really hope you guys have been enjoying this little series. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comment section down below, and let me know, what do you do when you work late? Do you work late? And if so, how late do you work? So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, God bless you, and we will catch you on the next one.